Yeah, all right, I got it going. Finally. Finally. So it's been a comedy of errors getting stuff running. I came in from the yard, had a shower because I got to be like camera ready and stuff. Nah, it probably won't crash. I don't know what the deal was. It was weird, but whatever. Come in, take a shower, sit down, get my handy dandy medicine ready to go. Hit the spacebar to open up my computer, and it decided to blue screen. No, I don't need a new PC. I really like this PC when it runs. It just takes a million years to start up. Like, if I've turned it off the night before or something, I'll just go and turn it on in the morning and then go make coffee and feed the animals and stuff, and then maybe it'll be ready by the time I get in. Like, it probably took 20 minutes to start. And before that, like, it does the blue screen thing in Windows 10 where it's all like, hey, we're shutting down, and like, we'll restart it. Well, no, you won't restart it. It goes to 100% and sits there for 5 minutes. Anyway, now it runs most of the time, and it runs very fast. I've got like a nice Core i7 in here. I've got decent video cards set up. I got good stuff going on. It's just the startup is garbage. Garbage. Get a Mac, get out. No, I've got a Mac, a laptop and stuff, but I demand to be able to like tinker around inside my computer, and I don't love the Mac OS, so I'm staying PC. But at least for this rig. Plus, I like playing games, and playing games on a Mac is not my jam. I have never used a mouse on a Mac that worked at all, so you know. Anyway, welcome to Friday. It's better late than never, as it says in the title. I'm glad that this is finally going. Once it gets going, it's perfectly fine. Oh wait, I still look squished on the. The other thing that happened was, as soon as this booted up, Streamlabs decided it needed to update and it didn't ask me for permission. And yeah, the Mac mouse sucks, right? Like, I don't understand why they can't do a mouse well. Their trackpads are awesome. Their mice are terrible. And if you hook another mouse up to it, like this guy, it like there's always mouse lag for some reason. Like, it doesn't want to talk to my mouse. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. But whatever. It's cool. Robo Jim tells me that it's very easy to get a new hard drive for my, like, a new boot drive, but I don't know. I've never done it. I've just like replaced the computer when I've had to replace that hard drive, so I don't know. You got a package from Wake Forest? Well, that's gotta be. Yeah, I know I need an SSD, but I don't know how to get my operating system onto another SSD. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'll do it eventually. I'll figure it out. I got a nice white beard hair coming in here. That's looking good. This is my wisdom right here. Yeah. Yeah. I don't understand why. I don't understand why Slobs has got to do that, but it does. Slobs, by the way, is this thing that I'm looking at right now, which is Streamlabs OBS, which is kind of cool. Yeah, no, if I had a SSD, it would be great. There's no reason this should take so long. I don't understand. I've done all the things I can to speed it up, like limiting the things that start up at the beginning and all that shit, but it just doesn't seem to help. So every once in a while, I have a thing happen where I have to restart it, and that sucks. But I just never restart my computer. I just leave it. I just let it go to sleep. But take it somewhere? I don't know. That's a lot of work. Just disconnecting all the shit that's under my desk and getting that massive tower out from under there. I don't even want to do it, man. Feta, I don't want to do it. Come on up and do it, dude. Come on. You can do it. I'll buy you a beer. One of these. But anyway. So that was my frustration just now. But everything else was cool. Pay an undergrad? Dude, I'm not telling undergrads where I live willingly. I mean, sure, they could probably find it on the internet if they wanted to. They know my name, and the internet knows all. But no, I'm not bringing undergrads to my house. No thanks. You know, Audrey has a lot of... good, I'll see you in a little bit, Feta. Audrey has a lot of update nonsense on her laptop, but I haven't had that on my PC for some reason. It's not ever a problem. And one, yeah, a little bit of computer trouble. Just a little blue screen and a real slow boot and all that kind of bullshit. But whatever, we're up and running now. Everything's cool. Buying a new PC. I haven't bought a new PC since... I think I got one in college one time. I've just been building them ever since. So this big tower that's under my desk here, and it's a full-on, like, the biggest tower. It's it's housed my PC forever, and well, since graduate school, so like 2006, I guess I got it. Is when I got that. 2002, four. Nope, like 2005 is when I nope 2006. Yeah, that seems about right. So I've just been building the same computer over again. So I just when it gets slow, I get a new thing. When it gets slow in a different way, I get a new thing. When I have to get a new thing to get a new thing, I get a new thing. So like I got a new processor, so I get a new motherboard, that kind of jazz. But yeah, it's been a while. But anyway, things are up and running now, so I'm pretty psyched about that. Yeah, I had a new pin day this week, so that's always fun. I got some cool leather goods, so that's always fun. I've got some extra salty pretzels here. Look at that. Yeah. These are brought to you by Unique Pretzels, Splits, Extra Salt. Not a sponsor. But, So yeah, no, I'm doing good otherwise than my computer not starting up when it's supposed to. Everything else is cool. How are y'all doing today? I hear that people have been having like rough weeks and stuff. I'm glad. I hope y'all can come and hang out here and have a better week. So Jesse, what was in your package? Tell us. Also, if you want to show it off, take a picture, put it in Slack, and DM me, and I'll show it on here if you want. Extra salty, yeah, man. I hate it when pretzels don't have salt on them. I don't understand that. It sucks. Sandra's ready to go home. That's good. That's good. There we go. I've got a zillion things to grade. I'm not going to think about that right now. Going to have this stream. Then eventually Audrey will come home. And then eventually we'll have pizza. And that'll be Friday night. So, Happy Friday to you there, Stephanie. Not rough, just busy as hell. Every teacher in the city seems to be giving math tests this week, and all students are panicking. One extra tutoring sessions. Yikes. Yeah, I get it. It's got to be that like sort of midterm time for everybody. Got the Kaweco all sport in rose gold this week. Rose gold's pretty cool in that Kaweco, I think. Right, 2 new pin days over the past week and a bit. Got a diplomat arrow for 50 pounds. Nice. Well done, Cameron. And a pilot vanishing point guilloche. Oh, we're probably twinsies. I love the guilloche. That's my guilloche. Yep. I think that's a way underrated vanishing point. Yep. Been wanting pizza all week. I mean, you're an adult, Sandra. You can just do what you want. Audrey just sent me a text asking if I'm live. Yep. So, there we go. I've seen the new Kako Lamy 2000 copy. Nope. I don't think I've ever heard of KACO. Let's see. Y'all know I'm not down with copies anyway, but... Whoa. YouTube seems to be saying that my stream is not giving enough stuff. Y'all getting like a decent stream, or does it look terrible? I don't know what the problem would be. I'm not showing any drop frames, but YouTube is complaining. Let's see. Lamy 2000. Nope. I don't see it. When I put in Lamy 2000, all I get is... Oh, wait. Kako Edge. Fountain Pen Network. Whoa. Yeah. It's not as good looking as the Lamy 2000, that's for sure. I think it's just a black macrolon. But she looks fine. Alright, good. Good. Take that, YouTube. You don't know anything. Hey, Brian, welcome. Glad you could make it. Glad you could make it. I thought you loved the vanishing point of the guilloche sold it to you. Yeah, good. Relatively low number? I don't even know what number I have. What number do you have? Mine is not not low. It's 1625. Yeah, never across the streams. That is true. That is true. Also, here's the thing I want to address later on. Send me a photo. All right, I love photos. Here's the thing I want to address later on, and that is How the heck do y'all keep your coloring cards and ink sample cards and that sort of thing? Because I do it like this, and it is a mess. I just had them in a drawer, and it was too hard. This way, at least I can flip through and see what color I've got on a ring, because these rings are all separate colors. And I just got them, like, on a binder clip. But let me know how y'all do that. Not yet, but eventually. Oh, good day, Anthony. Australia. Welcome, Australia. All right, let's see what this thing looks like. Oh, you got this new confetti guy. Let's see. Where is this? Display capture. There's Jesse Cole's new thing. Yeah, it's kind of like a Tiffany lamp. Is that a 45 long? I'm guessing. Doesn't say. Probably it's 45 long though, is what it looks like. Have one ring, you stopped actually swatching stuff? Yeah, alright, I get it. 201 of 2016. Nice. Nice. It's a lot of work. I need a ring for my ring. Well, I didn't have a ring that was big enough for my ring, so I put a bunch of rings on either side of a binder clip, like they're through the little metal bits on a binder clip. And then when I want to get a particular ring off, I just unhitch the ring, and that's easy enough. But material looks like Rosetta Coronado. Yeah, it might be. I don't know. I'm not familiar with the Rosetta brand very much. I only have 2 rings with active swabs. They sit in your... Yeah, no, I've got a lot more than that. I've got a lot more than that. I want to know what Jessie does with rings, because, man, she's got to have a zillion of these color cards. Oh, just a regular 45? Oh, it looks long. It's hard to tell those when they're not when there's not like a good sense of scale. Just have a ring for cool toned ink and a ring for warm and neutral inks. Oh, yeah, I've got too many for that. 3 color rings, keep them stacked behind each other. Yeah. Swatches don't accurately show the ink. It depends on what you do with them. I mean, I just use this guy, which is a letter opener, and I find it does a pretty good job. And so when I swab them on there, let's see, what's one? Here's one. Like this one. Come on, focus. You'd think it would. This is the only thing I can see. There, perfect. So like this one, the way you swab it on there, you can get like the light tones and the dark tones. You can show shading and sheen, all that kind of stuff. This is Papier Plume's new 101111 in the Stranger Things bottle. This hasn't come out yet. This comes out on November 2nd. I wasn't actually going to show it, but Gourmet Pens did, so I guess I could too, so I did. Let's see. Binder clips are number 1 draft choice. Yeah, I know. They're great. I really like binder rings. Also, I was surprised none of them picked a stapler. I'm a big stapler fan, but, you know. Yeah, I know I need to get a Rolodex. That's what Audrey keeps saying, too, because I've actually also got Colodex cards. I'm just waiting for this one Rolodex on Amazon to get cheaper. Let's see if it has. Someday it will. Huge ring, 2 of those, 3 of those, binder clips, yep. She used swabs as Christmas tree ornaments. That's true, I could do that. I sent you a photo of your color rings. What you got? Oh, that's nice. Yeah, that's an interesting way to do it. It's a fun little... Here's what Jessie's got going on. And that's this. So she's got like a little plastic tray to fit them. Yeah, I probably ought to go to the Container Store or Target or something and see what I can get that'll fit them. Because have them stand up like that might be kind of good. Let's see. Stick by buying bottles of ink. Got a sample. Yeah, that's the way it goes. Gonna have to with your 12th. Seems fine. The Rosetta I got from Carrie from Pendleton Brown. Yeah, nice. Pendleton does good stuff. I haven't seen him at a show in a little while. It's probably been a year. Didn't like the look of it when you first saw it. Yeah, no, the 45 long is really good. It's good because you can put a converter in it. That's the only problem with the 45. Ebonite dip pens at ebonite feed and number 6 nib. Yeah, no, that's pretty good. It's just a pain in the ass if you're doing a bunch of them. So if I'm doing like a bunch of different ink swabs with this letter opener, I can just dip it in, swatch it out, and then just clean it off. I don't know, with a paper towel or something, because nothing sticks to it. It's just shiny chrome. Whereas if I had a number 6 nib, I'd have to, like with a feed and stuff, you got to like rinse it off, and then you got to dry that. It's a whole pain in the ass, and I don't want to deal with it. Put Rolodex on my Christmas list. You know, actually, I had one on my wish list. And nobody got me one, but that's cool. Made a few of those number 6 dip pens. Works well. That's cool. I think those is like Christmas. Ink Christmas. Yep. Let's see. Jesse, yep. Good idea. Your bunch of rings rules a Chinese ring puzzle? Could be. I have no idea what that is. The things from the container. Oh, yeah. That's. I'm not surprised. Tried to organize a spice rack once. Didn't work. Coloring is too expensive in the UK. $14.50. Huh. Yeah, that's a lot of pounds for coloring. Yeah. It's got to. I mean, imagine it's got to cost a lot to send it over. Use those big Patreon bucks. Well, I mean, I guess I could. I don't know. Like the Patreon thing, I try to use for things that'll benefit the channel, like, new tech and stuff that I can use for stuff like this. Like, I'm gonna get another camera, and I probably ought to just use Patreon funds for that. I'm waiting for it to build up a little bit more, or, better, video cameras and, stuff to show online, that kind of jazz. This is the ink bottle for that Papier Plume number 11. So you've got the Papier Plume logo there, but in the Stranger Things font, the wax goes up from the bottom because it's upside down. It's got the 011 on there. Same on the top. It's a little Fountain Pen Day logo on the other side. So this is officially going to be launched on Fountain Pen Day, which is November 2nd, which is actually kind of coming up. And also might be our anniversary, so that's kind of cool. Let's see. Actually cheaper to add it to an order. Hey, Anna, welcome. Order from the US and then buy it within Europe. That's really interesting. What camera have I thought about? I mean, always got like... I'd like to get a new camera, like one of the Panasonic Gs of some kind. But they're all kind of expensive. Like, I don't know, like, by the time you get a camera and glass and all that, you're thinking $1,000. And I am real hesitant to drop $1,000 on a camera when I'm not sure it'll actually make my work any better. So I've been putting off. I use this guy for all my other stuff. It's a Panasonic Lumix FZ300. It's a fixed lens camera. This doesn't come off. It's not interchangeable. But it's a 2.8 f2.8 lens, and it does 4K if I want it to. It's very nice actually. Kind of does all the stuff I need it to. The only problem is that it's only 12 megapixels, which is kind of low, I think. And so when I crop into things, sometimes it doesn't look as good as it could. And that's the reason I'd want to get a more expensive camera. So, yeah, I don't know. Like, new camera's kind of far off in the future. I only get like $100 a month out of the Patreon. I shouldn't say only. My patrons are generous enough to hook me up with like $100 a month, which is amazing. But also that means that like it'll take a year for me to get camera money. So, whatever. I haven't convinced myself I really need one. I do want to get another one of these little streaming cameras so I can have a desk cam. That's something I've actually been thinking I should do since before I started streaming like this. But I just haven't done it yet. I'm waiting for the price on one to drop down. I like getting stuff on sale because I'm cheap. So, what about a Sony? Yeah, the RX100 I think I looked at one time and it seemed cool. The thing is, I'm such a noob that I'm so reticent to spend a bunch of money on things. I just haven't done. Oh yeah, there's a nose back there. Look at him. Just haven't. I don't know. Done enough research to really know what the hell I'm talking about. So let's see. Is this RX100 one I've looked at? The RX100 is like a mini cam, like a pocket camera looking thing. I don't know. I think I'm going to go for something that I can interchange the lenses on next. Spending like $700 on a pocket cam just doesn't feel like a really good use of money for me right now. The only thing in my shopping cart right now actively is Doc Martens. Let's see, this Rolodex that I want to get. Yeah, it's still $30. $30 for a Rolodex is a lot of dollars for a Rolodex, I feel like. So I just haven't done it yet. But, yeah, none of the stuff on here. Although I do have this backpack on here that I've been considering, and I'm waiting for this to go on sale too. Look at that. How cool is this backpack? It is dope, I'll tell you. I've seen them in person. They are neat. These little zipper pockets right here are actually the zippered expansions for side pockets for putting in water bottles and stuff. So you don't always have them there. They're just there when you unzip it and want them to expand, which is pretty neat. Anyways, I've been having this on my list for a while. But, yeah. Doc Martens are good investments. I kind of forgot about docs for a while. Um, but then Audrey and I went to a little bit of shopping this last weekend. Like, I needed some pants or whatever. And what was the Canon 80D? Because I have some Canon glass, man. Sounds cool. Um, uh, Sandra, the cupcake girl here, has like a really sweet camera. I've been looking at that one every time she brings it to club or whatever. But I was looking at some docs and they didn't have it in my size because I was looking at like a it's this place called the Rack, which is like it's a Nordstrom like seconds sort of store. I don't know, like an outlet, I guess. And they were really cool. I'm like, oh, I remember docs, and they're so comfortable. This didn't have my size, so I busted out my first pair of docs, which I still have. I bought in the mid '90s, with I think, if I'm not mistaken, my first paycheck for my first legitimate job, which was at a movie theater. I still have them. They still fit. They're not that comfortable anymore because I really need to put new insoles in them. I mean, I've had those for a long time, so like longer than some of you have been alive. So, you know. Like Canon because they're color saturation. See, this is stuff that I can't. I don't even know. I don't even know what all that means. I don't know. Yeah, Nordstrom's Rack is great. I get a lot of clothes there because it's way cheaper than buying them anywhere else. At least, good clothes. Pins and pictures. Yeah, I hear Franklin is. I mean, Franklin's given us a lot of help too when we were looking for a small camera for Audrey for her blog stuff and that kind of stuff. Franklin's a good dude. I look forward to meeting him. I hope I get to go to the Philly show. It's kind of up in the air right now. I'm involved in some faculty searches right now. Well, the problem with asking Franklin and asking Jim is that I'm not serious enough to like make them put in the legwork because I'm not going to be throwing a bunch of money at it right now. So, I do talk to Franklin and Jim about it fairly often. I feel like I'm just kind of bugging them because I'm also not pulling the trigger on a camera. So, that's the way it goes. So I'm gonna hold off on bugging them anymore until I'm gonna just throw money at a camera. Try 3 your docs came from Nordstrom Rack and oh nice, lost them when moving a decade ago. Oh, that sucks. That sucks. I didn't even know they had Nordstrom Rack back in the '90s. Although looking at them on Amazon right now, they're between like $60 and $100. And they've got some like canvas ones that are pretty dope. I don't know. I might have to get some more, but work reports are filed. Congratulations. You should get an alcohol if you want to. There's a nose. Hi, nose. Enjoy the sunbeam, buddy. They like this corner especially because it's up at the window level so they can watch birds and out the outside. And also, it's got a nice sunbeam a lot of the day. We get like full sun on most of our yard all day long. So that's my plant stuff. I've been thinking I ought to do another plant dependence video one of these days because I've gotten a lot of plants in the last couple of weeks. It's been very plant heavy. Hey Oliver, welcome. No, it's not a good idea for you to walk on that, but if you'd like to come over here, I'll pick you up. Come here. Oh, there we go. There's a nose. Get down? All right. That's cool too, man. You do you. Yep. Cat invasion. He's got to get his pets in the afternoon. I haven't seen this cat until now. Well, I see him at breakfast. There's a lot of meowing. I see him in the middle of the night when he decides to carry around a toy and go meow until somebody notices him. And then in the morning, about 6:45, he's got to wake us up every morning, and either Audrey and I will throw him out and close the door. And usually by throw him out, I mean we get out of the bed and he like runs away, and then he knows like, oh, I'm gonna leave the room now, and then he gets locked out. So it's a good thought. You should go with it. The plant stream. Yeah, I might. I've done it before. I'm not gonna do it right now, but I might have to do it sometime. Shoot, maybe I'll do it like tomorrow or something. I don't know. We're supposed to get like maybe like a quick freeze on like Monday night. So if I do that, it'll kill or if that actually happens, it'll probably kill back my elephant ears. And those are the most impressive looking things in my garden right now. Hey, Braden, welcome. Yeah. So yeah, I need to do a plant stream. I'm not sure exactly when. It's probably, I don't know, maybe I'll try to do it tomorrow or Sunday. I might have time on Sunday. So we'll see how it goes. What do you think, Nose? Yeah. Probably be middle of the day sort of jazz, but yep. I've done it before. Some people show up and they're like, "What the hell is this? Plants?" And I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, man. A rum and Dr. Pepper. All right, fair enough." Mr. Nose would like to attain an aqua as well. He would probably like that a lot. These cats hunt birds, man. So we don't have birds. I don't really understand birds as a pet, but you do you. Actually, the docks I was looking at were these sort of two textured docks. They were smooth black leather on the toes and most of the way on the side of the foot, and then the side panels were like a slightly more like textured bumpily sort of leather. And it was called the Ollie, Awley, but I don't see these on. I don't know. I don't see them on the Amazon, so I don't know. We got like smooth, shiny ones. They got brown ones. And they got these like matte black ones, but I don't know. I gotta get some. People did show up for the IKEA assembly stream. That's true. You have a feeling Aqua would win against Nose? This cat is the hunter. And he's like, I don't know, 12, 13 pounds of cat. He would wreck a lovebird. No. Nose is cuddly, but do not be an animal. Although Nose really cares more about furry animals. Every once in a while we'll get a mouse in the house, and Nose likes to prove that he is the hunter in the house. Katy Perry used to live out in the wild, so she's definitely had to kill for her supper, but Nose hunts. Like, he'll one time we knew there was a mouse like behind the fridge because Nose sat out in front of the fridge for 4 days and didn't move. I don't think he ate or drank. Like, he didn't leave. He sat there and waited. And he caught the mouse. Like, cats are death made form. That's true. Don't mess with cats. Like, they are bad news. So what's the new pen? That's a fun question. Let's talk pens right quick. So I haven't gotten. I guess I've gotten a few new pens in the recent past, but this is one that actually was sold on Slack, and Audrey found because I was doing a can Nose and Katy Perry teach Grimm and Hermes? Maybe they might be able to. I'm pretty sure Clipsy's a bit of a mouser too, but she doesn't do it as much as Nose and Katy. Ugh, there. 4 hours in IKEA on Sunday. What a nightmare! Oh man. Oh, the rain brought in half the country. Yeah, when it's packed, it sucks. So the pen I got was this one, which is kind of an unassuming looking black pen. But this is a Pilot Custom 91, Custom Heritage 91, and it has a double broad nib. Right there. It is not the crazy expensive Pilot Anniversary pen. This was not crazy expensive at all, actually. Bert Ozer was selling this from Bertram's Inkwell. As far as I can tell, it was new and uninked. Like, this thing is pristine. Still got the sticker, which I like. I know some people peel off the stickers. I never do. I leave that sticker there. So this has got a double broad nib, which on a Pilot even is pretty darn big. There's the double broad. A lot of tipping on that guy. Look at that. Yeah. And you hate stickers on pens? I like it. So, Nose, come on, man. You're a little pest. He's like, I'm gonna mess up your backpack, Mike. I'm gonna throw you out of the bedroom, Mr. Nose, or out of the office here. Yeah, your cat will bring back things. So anyway, yeah, your computer is blue streamed to death? Oh, that sucks. So I didn't have a custom 91. This is my first custom 91. You don't see them all that often. I'm not really sure if they ripped the sticker off. Yeah, I never ripped the sticker off. I actually, I kept them on my custom 74s, everything. So this is the custom Heritage 91, and this is the 912, the 912, the 912. And you can see they're quite different sized pens. Come on, there we go. The 912 is a good bit bigger. Yeah, I did use that on my Moonstone ink test. That's true. Also, the nibs are quite a lot different. You can see there the 912 nib. Come on. The 912 nib there is quite a bit bigger than the 91. But otherwise, very similar sorts of style and that sort of jazz. These nibs are. This one's actually a Waverly nib, and if it had come with a sticker, it would still be on there. But team no sticker. I mean, it's cool. I mean, I don't know how it feels to be that wrong, but I hope you enjoy it. So yeah, I like those. The other thing it looks like is, where is that pen? Welcome to another episode of Mike Looks for a Particular Pen. There it is. It looks a bit like this Sailor. Oh, the Sailor is thicker and shorter. So if I was gonna be, there we go. Let's turn these around. There's the 91, or the 912, the 91, and then the Pilot Pro Gear. So in terms of like relative lengths and stuff. There you go. So 3 pens, all of them black, all of them silver rhodium trim stuff. They all have like, I mean, look at the bottom of those. If I just showed you the bottom of these, you wouldn't be able to figure out which one was which. They're all pretty much the same. The Pro Gear's got a little bit more on the bottom, but anyway, so if you like these kind of pens, and I do, there you go. Black Pen Society, right? We're all Team Pen. That is true. Well, hi, Nose. How you doing? Where'd you even come from? There. There you go, Nose. Now you won't have to rub against everything. There. Yep. Hi. You're a good boy. Just don't sit on things. He's like, I'm going to sit on your black backpack. Team Pencil. Get out of here, Feta. Get out. This is Team Not Pencil. Team No Pencil. That's how I roll. No pencils. I was giving Brad crap because he's talking about pencils for like, I don't know, half an hour on the Pen Addict last episode. I'm like, welcome to the Pencil Addict. Yeah. There. So yeah, there you go. That's my new pen day. So I've got a new ink. I got a new pen. I didn't put the new ink in the new pen. In fact, have I put this ink in anything yet? Hi, Clipsy. I don't think I have. Clipsy, would you like to get on the stream? Come here. I know, come here. Come here. I'm going to have to pick you up. You're going to hate it. Yep. There we go. Woodcase pencil. Yeah, I don't know. You know, a thing that So Brad Dowdy, the Pen Addict himself, was talking about pencils or whatever, and so I was asking him something about like something about erasers. He's like, I don't know, I never used the eraser. I was like, why in the world? Like, he never uses the eraser on a pencil. I don't understand it. I mean, the only good thing about a pencil is that you can erase it. And if you never erase, then what's the point of using a pencil? Like, it's strictly inferior. I don't know, but I am one of those weird people that I kind of hate the way pencils write. I hate the feeling. I hate the look of graphite on paper. I hate the sound. I hate all the things. I just don't. I have no tolerance for pencils. Hi, Clipsy. Hi. Yeah, what are you up to? Just hanging out? Yeah, not erasing. I don't understand. Like, if you're going to use a pencil, erase it, right? Nice woodcase pencils. Can't tell enough difference between those and the super shitty ones. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is. The eraser on the back of most pencils is crap. I mean, I guess. Here for sketching and inking over them and erasing. Yeah, but you can't. I thought, like, ink doesn't stick to graphite, right? Can you ink over pencils? Doesn't it just not? What are you shaking your butt at me for, you weirdo? She likes to do this. She'll sit here and lick my hand and then shake her tail at me. Only tolerance for pencils consists of the Rotring 600. Yeah, well, the 600 is pretty good. Or is it the 600R? Whatever, the one with the retractable pipe? That's kind of cool. But I hate writing with them, so don't do it. Thought you were a pencil person until you tried a fountain pen. All right, fair enough. Hi. What are you doing? Stop marching. This cat is a very sweet cat. But she's got this thing where she just marches back and forth and will not stop. You gotta chill. Yeah. Using the garage because dust and stuff isn't good for fountain pens. Yeah, well, I mean, this thing I use in the garage is I use a Sharpie in the garage. If I'm doing carpentry or whatever, I guess. Architects have been inking over pencil forever? Oh, interesting. I don't know. Got a Zebra Sarasa Vintage. Must admit I've been using them a lot. I love the blue-black. Do you have any fountain pen ink that looks similar? Zebra Sarasa Vintage. Is that the sort of light blue thing? Like, Is that this? No, it's Uniball Sino. I feel like I have a Sarasa vintage blue around here. Is it the blue you're thinking about? I can't think of what those look like, so I can't really name an ink off the top of my head. Comics artist too. Cool. Shows what I know, which is not much about pencils. I don't understand them. I am forthright about my lack of understanding for pencils. So. Zero Sarasa vintage. Yeah, I'm sure I have one of these somewhere. Yeah, I know I've used it. I don't know. I don't have the thing. Yeah, they're bottom because of you? Yeah, right on. I know I've got some. I don't know where the hell they are. They've got to be in a bag, actually. I think I must have put them in a backpack. This is the bag I've been using all week, which is this guy right here. That Mr. Nose has gotten his fur all over. Thank you, Nose. He decided he had to lay on it because he's a jerk. Put that in here. How about this one? No, it doesn't look like I'm going to find that vintage blue. So if somebody's got a vintage blue and wants to give a color comparison for somebody who I lost here, Oliver, that'd be cool. Let's see, super wholesome cats and pens. I know. Let's see. So, was she purring into the mic? Yeah. Don't pencils, don't make mistakes and don't change your mind. Yeah, fair enough. Weirdly shiny, that backpack. Oh, it is. It's not fabric exactly. It's like a high-tech, I don't know, some kind of ballistic waterproof stuff. It's like rubberized. Like you can see through it a little bit. Like it's got a little bit of a grid pattern. I forget what exactly it's made of. I'll look it up when I do the bag review on it. But no, this Nomadic is pretty cool. Pretty cool. It's also become like one of my favorite travel bags because it's so organized and compact. Yeah, it's not pleather, but it is definitely not just regular old canvas. Speaking of leather and the pull leather, I have a couple of leather goods to show off. The first one, I think I've actually shown before, but I've actually just started really using it. And that's this. This is a Kernau Leather Goods notebook holder thing. And I started using this for some pretty heavy school stuff. I did have a lot of stuff in that backpack. It's great. And it's like keeps it all squished together and organized. I dig it. Pleather? It's plastic leather, Brian. So this is the inside of this thing. It's got like a very nice leather pocket that I just keep some like scrap paper in. A really crappy scrap paper actually. It's very, very thick. It's like doubled over leather here, I think. Actually, maybe that's just one. That's just... Oh, it's two thicknesses of leather. They're like sewn together. It's very nice and soft. You helped that Audrey pick this one out? Nice job then, because it's very nice. This leather is like incredibly soft. It's just super soft. I mean, you can see this flap is like kind of soft. It can hold 4 notebooks in these elastic bands. The one quibble I have with them is that the notebooks that we got with them, which are these Tomoe River notebooks, are actually like they're the same length as this cover, as you can see, like pretty much exactly the same. But the holes they punch for the bands are inside the threads, obviously. So really, what I need is a slightly shorter notebook. I just need to like chop off the top of one of these or something, because these notebooks don't quite fit in comfortably. You want to be a leather person just lying in practice? I generally don't have much leather either, but this is one of those things. So this is an A5, and it is exactly the same size. And so these are elastic, and they do stretch. You can put 4 notebooks in here if you want, but it gets kind of crowded with 4. A 7 Seas Writer, and using 2 of the bands. I don't know what the 7 Seas Writer is exactly. It's one of those thick ones, right? and it's got an elastic that goes around the outside. So this is actually pretty great. So inside it, I have a Logical Prime, which is a very nice notebook. I'm a big fan of these. It's got a lot of dots and lines and little ticks at the top of it, and through each line you can use to make grids if you want to, but it doesn't have grids. It's got dates and all kinds of stuff, like meeting notebook style stuff. It handles fountain pen ink like a champ. So this page has fountain pen ink all on the other side with a pretty large broad nib, lots of ink being put down there, and it's great with no problems whatsoever. So yeah, Logical Primes are real good. So if you can get yourself some Logicals, I'd say do it. Those are from shoot, it starts with an N. They're making the new Tasha ink. Naga something. I don't think it actually says on the notebook, which is weird, right? You can loosen the elastic slightly. That's what I had to do to get these two in here, but it actually doesn't. Oh yeah, Nakabayashi. That's who it is. Nakabayashi. Yeah, thanks, Brian. Well done. Yeah, you can loosen them a little bit, but still, I mean, it's got to go up and over instead of just across and over. So, I think they should just cut this notebook just a little bit bigger, like give it an extra couple of millimeters, and you'd be good. And that would, actually a couple of millimeters all the way around, but especially on the top and bottom, I think would really help with the fit of notebooks into this thing. But it is very nice. Does kind of take up a lot of room because of how thick it is. I mean, this is just two pretty thin A5s in there, but with the double thick leather on each side, it's pretty thick. Pretty thick. But it just feels great. It's nice to write on. It opens perfectly. It lays perfectly flat. It's kind of just the best case for leather, I think. This is great for a leather notebook. So I use this, and I use my Franklin Christoph Vagabond a lot. I'll take this to shows a lot, actually, because I can fit... this is a traveler's size thing, and so I have a couple of their Vagabond notebooks in there. So I have one for, what do I need to get at the show, and what did I see, and who did I talk to, and all that kind of thing. And I've got, a blank one in here for testing stuff out and blog and video ideas. And so this mostly goes to pen shows, because it's kind of smaller. But... you can stand to lose a few millimeters. I can stand to lose a lot of millimeters, actually, or inches. I can stand to lose some inches, honestly. Given me at the next Fin Club, had an industrial paper cutter and chop an edge off. Ooh, I might do that. And then I wouldn't see it for a month. I don't know if that works, but I do have a big paper cutter at school that I can maybe use. I don't know. It's pretty thick. So that's one leather thing that I've been using a lot recently, which is this big old Kernow Leather Goods. Check them out. Kernow with a C. I think their only webpage really is is their Facebook page, which is kind of weird, but it's pretty good. Yeah, I wanted to get a Vagabond for a while. I tell you what, it's really good. I like this wax canvas a lot. I've got no complaints about the wax canvas. It's very cool. It does have a lot of Mr. Nose hair on it because he decided he had to rub up against it, but the stuff is waterproof, so you can just take a sponge and just wipe it right off, no problem. Hey, Sean, happy Friday to you as well. And a Vagabond in A5. That'd be kind of cool, too. Traveler size is weird, but here, let me show you what I do that makes it work a lot better. And that is, you turn it sideways. So when you write in them, you end up with kind of a lot of space going this way. So I just do that, and I lay it out on my desk like this, and then I just take notes all the way down the page. One thing to know about waxed canvas, though, is that it does kind of bleed a little bit of, wax or something onto the outside of your notebooks. And probably if you left it sitting against something all the time on the outside, it might do that as well. It's just like having a leather duster or something like that, or these wax canvas dusters. They'll do that kind of thing. The wax canvas is thin. Yeah, it is very thin. It doesn't take up much space, which is the thing I like. So I can just cram this. Actually, it goes perfectly in one of the pockets in this nomadic bag. And so it's super convenient for that. It fits right in there. It's great. A retirement project for Steve Kernow, so he doesn't want to bother figuring out and paying for a website. I mean, that's cool, I guess. You can just get some Squarespace or something. I don't know. But he doesn't really come to pen shows much, does he? He goes to a couple of them, but not very many. Hopefully we'll see him at others. Went to Trader Joe's today to pick up some booze. Nice. I've got a couple of bottles of Trader Joe's fine wines in my fridge. The in-laws are coming up next week, so that'll be fun. We'll finally get rid of some of that booze. In AZ, wax canvas is a no-go. Sad, you wax a lot of your canvas goods. Does it just melt or something? Like, what's the... I mean, you don't need it because it doesn't get rainy there, right? Yeah, here. There you go. But does the wax melt or something? Is that a thing? 4 bottles of wine. Nice. 6-pack of Bell's Brown Ale. Yeah, I like that they've got beers there that are made by other beer companies, and then they just have it just melts all over everything. Interesting. I didn't really think of that as being a heat problem, but maybe it is a heat issue. That's interesting. I actually had my I have a what do you call them? Like the big Australian Outback dusters that are wax canvas. The Aussie in the room might know about this. And it was in the back of my closet, and it got kind of hot in that closet, I guess. And so when I was moving out of that apartment, when I finally saw the back of the closet, it had stained the back of the closet. So that was good times. Drinking scotch nowadays. Yeah, that's cool. I do a lot of that. Well, not a lot, but I do that too. I like a lot of rye, those kinds of things. I have those in my kitchen. So here's the other thing I got, and this is actually brand new. Audrey brought this home for me to show off. Wax canvas is historically waterproofing thing for old-timey sailing. Yeah, right. Yeah, come on, nose. You got to get down for a bit. There you go. The vagabond fingers on it. He had never had any issue with melted wax. Oh, that's cool. I'm glad. So these are brand new at Franklin Christoph. They have gone through a few kinds of leather there. In fact, most of the stuff I have from Franklin Christoph is, I don't know, do I even have any of their shiny leather? Let's see. No, I don't. This is quasi-shiny. I don't think I actually have any of their shiny leather stuff, which is interesting. So they used to have this stuff called saddle boot leather, this is Audrey's 20 pin case that she's had for a year, and actually said way for longer than that, a million years. She's had this thing for a long time. No pins in it now. But this is the old saddle boot leather in maroon. As you can see, it's kind of a rough, rugged leather. It picks up little scratches and scrapes as you go, that kind of stuff. I mean, you can use leather treatment or something on it if you want, oil or something if you want to make it look all shiny, but we enjoy the rugged look on this thing. And so after that, they switched to the stuff they were calling FXCL, which is a very smooth, shiny leather with a glossy finish on it. And like I said, I don't think I have any. Yeah, even my 2-pin case is saddle boot. Yeah, I can't show you what the FXCL looked like. But they've gone back to a boot style leather. And this is the brown boot style Pinvelope 6. So this is the second leather good that I have here. This is the new improved version with the magnet underneath the flap. You actually see where the magnet is. It's right there under the flap. So pretty nice, right? It used to be that the magnet was exposed. So this is my suit fabric one that I've had for quite a while, and it has the exposed magnet. And so when you close it, you sort of have to. Once it closes really tight, but to find it, you gotta squiggle it around until you find just the right place. Then it's great. But this one, it doesn't seem like it closes quite as tight. It still takes some force to open, but you don't have to dink around with squiggling it and finding just the right place. It finds its own home, which is very nice. Inside, they're the same. This one's very tight because it's brand new. But they loosen up a bit over time and use and that kind of stuff. The Pinvelope 6 is a really good pin case, and this leather is just like a soft, caramelly boot leather sort of. This is probably the color I'm gonna get my Doc Martens in, honestly. So, there you go. Older boot leather doesn't close as tight. Older boot leather's got to be like one of these, right? Because it's got to have the magnet. The leather is thicker, and so it doesn't seem like it says. This is very flexible, whereas the boot leather one, even this new saddle boot one or saddle leather, boot leather. Sorry, it's just not as flexible as the fabric is. So maybe that's why. I'm not sure. Doesn't close as tight with hidden magnets. So if you double row your pins, it might not stay shut. Yeah, I don't double row my pins at all. There's not really enough room for me to get pins in there. I don't know what pins people are using that can get in there. I guess you gotta open, like, this opens up. And you can just cram a bunch of pins in there. I mean, I guess. But I'm not gonna... Yeah, if you cram a bunch of pins in there, it's not gonna shut as much. That's true. And also, like, just get another one, man. Don't be cramming a shitload of pins in there. Cram a reasonable number of pins in there. So, there you go. Those are all my new things. Those are all the things I have to show. That and Penwell again. Get y'all on that Penwell. That Kickstarter is live now. They're like $37 for these guys. So, you know, check that out on the Kickstarters. What do I have in here? Is this anything fun? No, it's just my little Schaefer. Yep. I tried to come unscrewed in my, even inside a rickshaw sleeve, which is weird, but stuff can happen like that. P66 or 45s can sit in the front row. Have you not looked at Celeste Penvelope? I mean, I have. It's just not how I roll. I don't do that. Yeah. Yay, stuff. 2 rows of pens. That's too many pens. Well, I mean, Dandon, if you ever see his at a show, he's got like 75 pens in a 6-pen envelope. That's too many things. Just get another one, man. Get another 4. Let's see. See how 45s fit. Oh, there it is. See how 45s fit in here. I mean, I guess. Yeah, I guess they fit in there okay. And they kind of fit in between the rows a little bit. Yeah, it doesn't close super well with a bunch of pins in there. Yeah, Sandra's right. But since I only single row my pens, it closes just fine. So, not a problem. That's my 3 little 45s. Well, one of them's Audrey's, but the other 2 are mine. Yep. Man, that nose back there looks very, very threatening. Yeah, good. Look outside. So there you go. That's what I know. What do y'all know? Yeah, if you use it worked as it was designed and intended, it works totally fine, which seems like enough. I like the brown croc, huh? Yeah, I don't really care for the crocodile one that much, but I just don't like the textured stuff. He's not planning to murder me. He loves me. He's a good cat, and I feed him. And I give him special treats for his back because his back doesn't feel good. And, you know, I take care of the cat. He's not going to murder me. Oh, this is another thing I just got. This is not pin related. But man, these are good gadgets. Cable cuffs. Look at these little guys. They're great for all kinds of cables. They're like under $1 at Home Depot. So go to the Home Depot, get yourself some cable cuffs. There you go. Not a sponsor. Are there any other inks up here I need to show? No, I don't. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and ink a pen right now because I haven't done it and I want to. Find a good converter. Got a bunch of bad converters. You know. Got a Sig nib ground by Audrey this weekend on a P66. Oh, she ground you one? Nice. I didn't know she was selling hair grinds. That's how much I know. But thanks, Jacqueline. I'm sure she'll love to hear that. Yeah, she does a really good job on those. This one has one of her nibs on it too, and I think they're great. She did. That was. I mean, she learned it from Jim. I mean, they worked side by side for a couple of years, and yeah, she learned. This is Nose doing a weird nose thing, as you can see in the back. He's just sitting back there licking the blinds because he's a weirdo. So your cat might bite you, but mine licks the blinds. What in the hell? Yeah, I didn't actually know that Audrey was officially selling them, but shows what I know. Again, if you think I have a window into Franklin Christoph because she works there, You are wrong. All right. This is a pen that hasn't gotten as much love as I want it to. It's a Franklin Christoph Model 3, and it's the old Anderson Blue Model 3. She did do an awesome job on that pen of mine. I mean, it's great. It's really, really good. This is the old Anderson Pens Model 3, and the reason it didn't get as much love as I think it should have is because I never loved the nib I had on it, but I didn't want to get rid of the nib. It was I think like a medium cursive italic, but I am not a cursive italic sort of person. I don't hold my pen right, and so it doesn't work well. I set this down on here, and it bled right through the back. So I'm inking up the Stranger Things Papier Plume 11, just to see what it looks like. This is eating you indirectly. Yeah, gross. It's probably also like cat fur and that kind of thing. Yeah, nice. So now I've put a broad stub on here. So I think it's a stub. Yeah, this is a broad stub. This is a very nice looking ink. Let me put on a more normal paper to show though, because I made I made my notes on this Quattro pad. These Quattro pads are weird. Like they've got to be meant for pencil or something, because they just do not really work very well for fountain pens and stuff. They're kind of okay for ballpoints. They're shitty for everything else. They just absorb things way too much. So here's the Papier Plume 11 ink. Still looking a little bit faint. This paper is, I got this for free. Somebody's put it in my mailbox from Emerald Green Ink. They do professional lawn care. 877 All Turf, not a sponsor. It's not great paper. It's like a little bit crappier than office paper, like printer paper. But this ink is this is a very interesting colored ink. I don't know what the hell to call this color. It's like I don't know. It's kind of a terracotta-y sort of thing. But not they're officially a fountain FC just yet. It was an option order from Fu King. Oh yeah, nice. Yeah, it's kind of like rust, but it's not. It's like a light rust. Yeah, looks neat. I like it. Compare please to ancient copper. Oh, I haven't used ancient copper in literal years. It's not as dark as ancient copper, I don't think. What the heck would I put ancient copper in? Reds? Probably oranges? Going through a section of this thing now. Yeah. Cornaline. Oh. Yeah, I actually haven't seen that one in person yet, and I don't know how to say it. Did I say New Quebeco? Yeah, probably. Coral Orange. Cognac by Sites Kruznak. I haven't used that one either. I've only used like one of those Sites Kruznak inks. It's not one that I've used much at all. Red Orange? It's more brown than Robert Oster Red Orange. Sazerac. Orange Indian? It's not Orange Indian. I don't know where my ancient copper is, actually. Probably ought to digitize that stuff. Actually, one sec. Let's see if I can find it on my ink reviews. Let's see how my camera work was for that, because it's been a while ago. Yeah, so I reviewed Ancient Copper on December 28th of 2012. It's been 6 years since I used Ancient Copper. Buh, did not do a great job with this one. So there's Ancient Copper. What's going on here? Ancient Copper, and then let's do a let's hold this guy up. Come on. Just focus on the thing, you silly camera. I'd say Ancient Copper is probably more orange than this. More reddy. But, and I think it's denser, too. Ancient Copper, as I remember, is a pretty saturated ink. So yeah, I think that's as good as I can do for comparisons. Sharp. Oh, no, it's flipping through this. That's it. I don't think you had Cornline back when I saw you, Anna. I'll get a bottle of it soonish. I just don't have it yet. Is it my reds? Oh, let's go through the reds. This is a red infrared. Look at that sucker. Ancient Copper. It is a very popular ink, and I remember liking it when I got it. Canyon Rust. It's like a slightly more orange version of Canyon Rust, I think. Or at least that's the color it's closest to, probably. And Canyon Rust is fairly close to Ancient Copper, but it's more red. So maybe they're kind of the same. Quite close also to Toucan Sienna. My light is further away from the screen. Let's see. There we go. Pretty close to Toucan Sienna. There we go. Do I have Monteverdi Fire Opal? I do. I think I have a bottle of that, actually. Red Chalk. Oh, nice. It's actually very close to Red Chalk. It's not going to have, I don't think, that same matte finish to it. But pretty close to Red Chalk. So if you like that Red Chalk, that's pretty cool. Ancient Copper can crystallize. Yeah, it does. That's one of the ones that does that for sure. Once again, it's that yellow pigment. It's not going to hurt it or anything, but there's Ancient Copper. All right, yeah, Ancient Copper, as I suspected, is darker. But they are in the same vein. Come on. There we go. They're definitely in the same vein, but Ancient Copper is darker and slightly redder. So there you go. There you go. You got it on July 14th. Holy crap. Wow. Must have come out much earlier in France than it did here. G. Herbon. So, there you go. There you go. Do I have SBRE Brown? Yeah, I have some of that. I haven't ever used it, but I do have some. All right, Nose, you can continue to sit there. Yeah, I do have some. I've never used it, though. It looks pretty light. I don't know if I'm going to like SBRE Brown. Even a 6mm parallel. Wow. More orange than brown? Huh. Interesting. Interesting. Oh, Sean Barker got himself a coned. There you go. Look at that guy. Man, Sean, I really like that coned. I want to get a coned one of these days. That's got to be the Minimalistica, huh? That's probably the one I'll go for, too. You're almost out? Did you just get a sample? You can't have run through a bottle yet. Holy crap. Been, man, hasn't been out that long. That's a big ass bottle. Sorry, just catching up on some Slack right now. Johann Sebastian Bach from Diamine. You know, I was just looking at that actually uh, recently, and I think I've got a sample of it somewhere around here, and it looks real cool. I'm gonna have to use that pretty quick. It's got a sample from Sister T. Yeah, Sister T's awesome. Yeah, I just walked into the room where he said big ass. Sorry, Jesse. Is that a phrase she's not familiar with? Never promised this would be all PG language, but I think that gets said on TV even, so I don't know. Not gonna feel too bad. Smoky Quartz is the best brown. Smoky Quartz is pretty nice. Cafe Crema I like a lot, but it turns out Cafe Crema is actually kind of dry. So, who's your daughter? Would have been the first time she ever heard it? Huh. Yeah, I love browns. I've got a lot of browns. You know the one I've been really liking recently is where is it? I got it over here in a bottle somewhere. This one, melon tea. Look at that. I think this swatch, this little smear on the cap, is actually pretty accurate. It's like a brown, green, yellow. It's got all kinds of cool stuff. It's pretty nice. Oh, SBRE brown is now sold in smaller bottles. That's cool. Glad you found a brown you like, though. It's good to find a brown you like. Well, sorry, Jesse. Didn't mean to teach your daughter new words. Also, how old is your daughter? I have no idea how old your kids are. I don't know. Let's see. Melon tea is kind of Ricky Chaw-ish, except it's less brown, I think, than Ricky Chaw. Ricky Chaw is great. I love that one. Go live review of Johann Sebastian Bach. I don't even know if I could find it, honestly. I've got it somewhere here in a sample, but I don't know where it is. Knows wants you medicine. Yeah, it's a little bit like Ricky Chaw. That's true. 13. Oh yeah, she's lying. Daughter's a liar. Yeah, melon tea is real cool. I enjoy it when a ink maker makes a weirdo. What happened to the GVFC? I actually didn't have anything done with it. I have it over here somewhere. It's right here. I haven't actually used it much in the last several days. I got a bunch of pens inked up right now. Yeah, it's kind of dried up. Womp womp. I might have Audrey tweak the nib a little bit for me, smooth it out. But I don't know. Or I might just need to sell it off one of these days. I need to review it eventually, I guess. And I want to do that before I get the nib done, because, you know. Yeah, there we go. And in general, it writes pretty well. It just happens to have like a little bit of a hard start right at the beginning of a word. Yeah, it seems all right. I'm not going to mess with it. Let's see. Is Bach in here? I forget where I got Bach from. And that'll make it a little bit harder to find it. I don't think I'm going to be able to do a live review on the air. These are all Robert Oster samples. Look at that. Those are not all the Osters I have. Those are just all the Osters in that particular group. These are Irishizuku's, Mont Blancs, some organics. Mostly Irishizuku, Mont Blanc, and organic in this tray. What's this one that's not like the others? Oh, this is Roaring Klingner's Fernham book. I haven't used this one yet. Looks cool though. RK Blue Mar, Blue Mare, Blue Marie. Yeah. I'll look through a couple more trays. I'm going to give up on that box for just a minute. Come out. These are Diatramentis. We've got some Papier Plume in here. Some Diamine, bookbinders. Sailor Pine Green. Oh, Takomatsu. Somebody mislabeled that one. Or I guess translated it. Stuck to bottles. Yeah, I mean, it is easy to acquire an insane amount of them, especially when you have a friendly vendor that will send you ink on request. Are they all cataloged on a spreadsheet? You know, I was for a while, and then I sort of switched to using the Fountain Pen Companion website. And so that actually has more of them than my spreadsheet does, but it actually doesn't tell me where anything is, so that's not super useful. I don't have a good system. One day I will. These are Coyote Eros. There's all the Sailor Chushu I have left. That's fun. Sailor Sakura Mori, which is really interesting. These pink inks a lot of times look kind of brown in the vial, and then when you move them, they're pink. But what is you? Cult pens, cult pens. We're getting closer. These are all cult pens deep dark samples. That's another one. I can't remember who I got those samples from. Now I've got to find them. The last bottle, it looks green. Yeah, it's really interesting. Let's see, the numbers on this, all the coloring cards have a small number on them. That number is on the spreadsheet, and these sample vials the same number on the top. Yeah, but how does that help you find anything, though? Oh, oh, I see. That's interesting. That's a good idea. I get it. This one is really cool, actually. This ink, not a brown ink. This is authentic sepia, made from cuttlefish ink, or what, shell or something like that. This is Hakase Real Sepia Dark. I haven't used this yet, but this is actual cuttlefish sepia, the original sepia. How cool is that? Stipula, Galileo. We're getting closer to some of these. Private Reserve, Fast Draw, Midnight Blue. Somebody sent me these, and I don't actually remember who. And they didn't mark on there who they were. So somebody was using like white wax tape or something. I don't know what the heck this is. So if you recognize this handwriting. Jerk camera. Come on, there we go. If you recognize that handwriting, let me know. How many test tube racks? I don't know. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 6 in front of me. There's another couple of them. Another several in the cabinet there. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to find it right now. I'm not sure what I did with it. These are Papier Plumes. These are like all Papier Plumes in here. And these are all Monteverdes. Oh, wait. What the hell was I looking for? Bach? Mozart, Strauss, Tchaikovsky, Beethoven. I might have found them. 16 rack? Oh, probably 16 racks. I don't know if it's parafilm. It's like opaque white, which is weird. Oh, these are all... So these all got, like, they exploded in shipping. And so all the labels are ruined. So I put a piece of washi tape on the bottom, and then I made a key. Aha! I found it. What was I looking for? Was I looking for Bach? That's this one. All right. Here we go. It happened. An oak gall sepia for calligraphy? Yikes. Yeah, don't put that in a fountain pen. Don't put that in a fountain pen. It will eat it immediately. right. Better racks. Yeah, these are legit test tube scientific racks. I forget where I got them from, but I think they might be like Fisher Scientific or something like that. They are as legit as it gets for science racks. They're still like $4 or $5 a piece. They're not expensive, so I say splurge on decent racks. Yeah, they don't have any sag to them. Okay, now that's clear again. Now, what do I want to put this in? Oh, Audrey's on her way home. Staying late on a Friday afternoon. I don't know. What does this look good in, y'all? What do we need to put it in? I don't know if I have any broad nibs going on right now. Oh, what's this? We'll put it in this. You can put it in any... Yeah, that's true. Any pen you want. Once. Alright. I've been wanting to re-ink this one, so we're gonna. This is an orange arrow. I have a drawer of converters over here. That's what's going on. All right. Let's open this guy up. Oh, I was like, why is the top the wrong color? I think it's because they all got... I think these were actually already had these on them when the ink disaster happened in shipping. And you can put in any pen you want, just it'll eat the nib. The pen will probably be mostly okay. If you put it in a gold nib, you might be alright. Unless it eats through the converter or something. Or the feed. Just trying to get the ink out of the little dip here. There we go. All right. Okay. Grab one of my ink journals. I've got pretty steady hands, so I just usually sit it on the desk. In fact, let me move this down. Look at the desk. Oh, I found your Red Dragon sticker, Brian Chu. Okay. Usually I think before bottling, it's probably safe to move by hand. It probably isn't naturally. Yeah, it's probably very acidic. Yeah. Probably not acidic enough to eat a pin, but... Whoops. Oh, nope. Nope, totally destroyed it. I don't have a good way to do this right yet. One day. Ugh. I am knocking over all the things, in case you're curious. Okay. What can you sit on? Yeah, let's do it and hold it. Hi, folks. Look at my look at the underside of my chin. That's what a chin looks like. All right. To get this set up, I'll hand hold it. And then. Okay, so this is. These samples, by the way, are from Kelly at Mountain of Ink. I got these in February and haven't had a chance to use them yet. I really want to use Handle. Handle looks pretty awesome. All right. Trying to... Yeah, the orange arrow is gorgeous. This is actually a lot harder than you'd think it would be. Oh, why is this so difficult? There. Good enough. There we go. Now we're in business. Man, my lines are all wavy right now. Oh, the factory is really good. I've got one of those too. My hands are all wavy because my hands are very tired. I was out doing a bunch of yard work today, and that included mowing for like an hour or something. Nose, you can't come over here now, buddy. Nose close up. There he is. Yeah, I usually do too. I just wasn't actually intending to do this today. Bijou. Didn't love the weight of the arrow. I mean, for me it's good. There's a little bit of smear action. Look at that smear. Nice smear. Alright, this is a diplomat arrow. Then after I decided to go and do a bunch of mowing, I decided how to plant some plants. So I planted a pair of hydrangeas. And to do that, I had to dig up some very, very tough soil. It sucked. Arrow orange. And this is a medium nib. This is a diamine, right? Bach, and today is 10/19. Let's get a little squiggle. Yeah, this is a really nice, like, chestnutty brown, I think. Yeah, cool. Good call. Good call on that suggestion, whoever made it. I can't remember who it was. There we go. Is that an FC nib? Oh, it is actually an FC nib. Yep. Let's see, what else? What did I miss here? Try filling a Visconti Homo sapiens from a sample vial. Oh yeah, I know that sucks. That's not good. Not good at all. Thumb spots from Amazon. Oh wait, thumb pots? What's a thumb pot? Let's see what else here did I miss. Yeah, I don't care about that violet one at all, fortunately. But I mean, on my desk right now, I have the factory and the orange. I've also got a gray. I'm definitely getting that blue and the red. You know, how many arrows do I need? All of them. So how easy is it to switch the nib? It's actually very easy. They do take Yovo nibs, but the diplomats have them made specially for them. So, I mean, it's a German company. I guess they just talk directly to Yovo. So what you have to do is you use the original feed and then the Franklin Christoph nib. And so if you just get the nib, you can grab them. I put my finger here, the crook of it on the back here, and then I put my thumb on the front, and you just pull straight out. And you should be able to pull out the nib and the feed together. Then you set the nib on there and stick it back in. So easy peasy, no problem at all. The diplomat folks weren't exactly sure I'd be able to switch them because they do get those nibs made specially, and so they might be a little bit different curvature, but they seem fine. I've had no problems with this one. The reason I got this, I put a Franklin Christoph nib in here, is because I got this pin with an extra fine, and it is way too fine for me. Way too fine. So I went and got a medium Franklin Christoph for it. So that's the story of that pin and nib. There we go. Yeah, so good. I'm glad. Thank you very much for the suggestion of Bach. I like it. I like it. Now I'll give Jessie something to put in her Franklin Christoph. Jessie has like every ink ever made, so you know, throw an ink at her, she's probably got it, and she can put it in her pen. All right. So yeah, cool, cool, cool. This is what it looks like after a little bit of drying time. Goodness. Come on. All right, I gotta get that desk camera because this is bullshit. I'm sorry, whoever's daughter just walked in the room. Or as I said that, I'm sure. But man, this camera does not focus on what you want it to focus on. Can't figure out how to do it yet. Thinking of picking up an FPN 14K Yovo nib for your arrows, seeing as Diplomat won't sell you a separate nib. That's weird. I would think they would sell you a separate nib. Maybe talk to Jaffa about that. They might have them. Yeah, use darts. Beethoven and Schubert. Bach and Tchaikovsky would have been great. Yeah, Sweet Maroon's good for Franklin Christoph because it's Franklin Christoph ink. It's also one of my favorite inks, bar none. Can't go wrong with Sweet Maroon, but maybe you've used it on your board with it yet. I don't know. I don't know what you've been using. But if you're wanting to match the color, you can match that to anything. So, man, during live shows, my desk is even more of a mess than it usually is. The Alpha don't cover UK distribution, unfortunately. Oh, I see. Yeah. Can't help you there, then. Yeah, go for it, then. Get yourself a different gold nib to put in there, if you want. I really like their steel nibs. I haven't felt the need to put a gold nib in one yet. Sorry, Cameron. I always forget you're in the UK. Ooh, it's 6 o'clock. Y'all, I'm going to go ahead and sign off soon. It's been apparently an hour and a half. So thanks very much for hanging out with me today. I'm glad we got to play with some pens. Hopefully next week I will have a down-facing camera that I can just like lock the focus on so we can do that. But there you go, Sean. Drawer 1, row 4, column 6. What is that, Jesse? What do you got? Yeah, I don't know if that 36 is right or not. Who knows? YouTube gives me a different number. Or maybe there's just 36 people watching all the time. I don't know. You spent $65 on the pen, so why not? I mean, yeah, why not? You got a good deal on that. Where'd you find that deal? Yeah, waves and beers all around. Y'all have a great weekend. Yeah, that's all I got. I'll see y'all later. Peace out. Oh, Karandash Infrared. That is a great red. I love it. It's also the first on my red keyring here. So there you go. Oh, London Pen Show. Yeah, that'll do it. Not 36, 42, always 42. That is the answer. All right. Thanks, folks. I will see y'all later on. Peace out. Have a good weekend. Think about what you put out in the world. Make it a better place. I'll see y'all later. Brand new? Oh, Cameron, I'm so jealous. I would have bought all of them at that price. All right. I'll see y'all later. Peace out.